BBC, we need to talk about your choice of words.
Part of the awaited movie was shot in Dakhla in Western Sahara, a disputed territory between Morocco and separatist movement of Polisario.
Let's stop right there. Calling the Polisario Front self-proclaimed and secessionist is not neutral reporting. Self-proclaimed subtly suggests that the Polisario has no political or historical basis, as if it simply appeared one day and proclaimed itself representative of the Sahrawi people. But the Polisario emerged from the struggle against the Spanish colonial rule and has represented the Sahrawi independence movement for decades. And secessionist, from who exactly? That wording assumes the very political question at the heart of Western Sahara. Who has sovereignty over the territory, and what is the political future of the Sahrawi people? The right to self-determination is not a footnote. It is central to the issue. The International Court of Justice and the European Court of Justice repeatedly ruled that Western Sahara and Morocco are two separate and distinct territories. There are no ties of territorial sovereignty between them. So why present a political contested position as if it was a neutral fact?
Morocco says Western Sahara is part of its territory, but the United Nations still considers it a non-self-governing territory.
Notice how the BBC frames this as Morocco says versus what the UN considers. What about what the Sahrawi people say?
And its status remains disputed under international law.
Under international law, the Sahrawi people are the sole legal owners of the land. International law is not vague or disputed in this matter. Morocco's presence in Western Sahara is that of an illegal occupying power. Framing an ongoing military occupation as merely territorial dispute violates international law itself.
Meanwhile, Polisario, the self-proclaimed representative of Sahrawi people, indigenous to the territory, pushes for self-determination.
First, the UN itself recognizes the Polisario as the legitimate representative of the Sahrawi people. Second, framing it as pushing for self-determination makes it sound like an aggressive political opinion. They aren't pushing for a political favor. They're demanding a legal inalienable right granted to colonized peoples under UN Resolution 1514. Demanding that international law be respected is not pushing. It is standing for basic human rights.
But filming in Dakhla is where things get complicated. The Western Sahara International Film Festival says shooting there helps normalize Morocco's control over the territory.
Filming in Dakhla doesn't just make things complicated, it violates international law. An occupying force has zero legal standing to grant filming permits or commercial access on a land that isn't theirs. And here's another question. Why did you quote a film festival talking about the Sahrawis but not the Sahrawis themselves? You found people to speak about them, but apparently not enough Sahrawis to speak for themselves? If you are reporting on the Sahrawi people, their voices should be at the center of the story. Because when you erase Sahrawi voices and use loaded labels to describe their political movement, you're not simply reporting on the Sahrawi people's struggle against occupation. You are helping erase their political agency. The Sahrawis are not just a subject to be discussed by governments, festivals, or journalists. They are people with their own history, with their own voices, and with their own political aspirations. So BBC, explain your language, give the Sahrawis a voice, and stop presenting political framing as neutral journalism. But then again, we can't expect much from a news organization that has spent the last 3 years whitewashing Israel's live-streamed genocide in Gaza.